My name is Amanda Fisher, and if you've seen some of my other videos, one of the things that I really love to do is paint. And I'm hoping that by putting these videos out, people will find something that makes them smile, gives them some inspiration, and maybe unlocks a little bit of art inside of you. What I want to do today is play with a brand new canvas I got. This is a big canvas for me. It's 24 by 36. What I usually paint on is 18 by 24. So this is me being brave. I am an impulsive painter. What's great for me with art is that I don't have to follow the rules. It's a little bit of rebelliousness in me, and art allows me to get that out, I guess. So the purpose of this video is to encourage you to be okay with making mistakes, quote unquote. There's no rules to follow in this rule book. What I'm hoping is you'll get a big piece of paper out, get out some colors that you want to play with, and see what happens. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to kind of work with my jewel tones. I really like forest greens, raspberry colors, oxide yellows, and turquoise. And so I'm going to see if I can come up with something that gives me that moment of zing, where I know that I've got it just right and I want to keep playing with it. And what I'll probably do after I get the background colors just right would be another day, start putting in some details. I'm thinking about possibly some hummingbirds, butterflies, maybe some snakes, leaves, roses, botanicals, I'm not sure. I kind of want to see how this piece turns out. So anyways, let's get started. What I think I'm going to do first, because I really enjoy a good turquoise, is I'm going to just squirt some turquoise onto the canvas. Now normally I would use a paint palette pad, but I'm working with much smaller pieces of paper then. So squirting a little bit on the palette and then working from that palette works. With the piece this large, I'm going to experiment. I'm going to try putting it directly on the canvas and just see how it goes. I'm going to use a little bit of phthalo green. I don't know if I say it right. It's kind of a really pretty bluish green. And then I have this deep turquoise by Winsor and Newton that I just really love. So all right, I've got a wet brush here, debating between sizes. I think initially I'm gonna start with a brush about yay big. Might change my mind, but that's where I'm gonna go. Now these are acrylics. So in some of my other videos, I talked about putting water on the paper first. You don't have to do that with acrylics. Acrylics is just kind of like playing with Play-Doh. It's a really fun kind of paint. It's really shiny. I find my watercolors to be kind of matte, flat, and so I often will paint with watercolors and acrylics just because I like the matte look in some parts and the shiny look in others. right, it's getting covered, and I really, truly, turquoise is just such a wonderful color. So, I think next though, I want a little bit of fire. So, I'm gonna take a bigger brush, about this big. I just kind of stretch out the color, and then I'm gonna add something to light it up and move my mess here. Yeah, that's so nice. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit more up here. Kind of want to stretch that out a little. Put the brushes in my water, and for the next color, so this is the fun part. I think I'm gonna do some red raspberry or red. Gentle blues. Where's my reds? Not that one. There they are. Okay. There's a part of me that kind of wants something deeper. So got a couple different reds. We'll see what happens. Might want to do some Payne's gray too. If you listen carefully, you can hear my tiny ones in the background. I've bribed them with chocolate to be quiet and allowed them to play video games like you do when you work from home. But it can only go so far. So you may hear some Minecraft chatter in the background. That's just what you get with me. I kind of want a dry brush, so I just grabbed a second flat brush that I had. I didn't want a lot of water to pool out and stretch things, so this good deep red is kind of what I want. It's a little on the darker side. Kind of a fun base though. Thinking maybe some rose madder here. That's brighter. Kind of more what I'm going for. What's nice about the rose madder, it's got a little bit of blue tones to it, so as I drag it through the turquoise, it turns rather purpley. Oh man, big canvas is really fun. Why haven't I tried this sooner? Holy smokes. So what's really neat here is the way that the colors are mixing. Just the purple that's appearing, the forest grains kind of changing it a little bit and bringing in some warmth. Let's see, what would be next? Yellow, perhaps? So oxide yellow is one of my favorite colors. It's got a little bit of browns in it, so it's a little cooler than a traditional yellow, but it adds kind of a gold warm element that I really enjoy. So I use it in almost all of my paintings. It just kind of lights it up in a neat way. And since I'm painting for my own pleasure, I get to do whatever I want. Yeah, I like that a lot. Holy smokes, I'm going to need some more of this. I'm going to put some down here. So you don't want to mix up your colors too much. As I'm going through this, I'm only kind of feathering the edges because when you start mixing the paint too much and messing with it, what will happen is it turns kind of muddy and all the colors blend together too much. It loses the integrity of the individual pigments. So just be patient. What you can always do is the next day go over pieces you don't quite like and add more colors. The wonderful thing is you can eternally play with it for years and years and years. So make sure you're leaving the center of the colors and just kind of brushing up the edges. Now I say that, but if you really truly want to just mix them all up, do whatever you want because that's the fun, right? It's only guidance just to let it be. This green has me thinking of beetles a little bit. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. So I think I want to add what to do. I wonder if a little bit of peach or apricot might be kind of neat. So we're gonna give it a go. More of the yellow. There. I'm gonna try and rinse my brush off because it picked up more turquoise than I like. And I want to keep the oxide yellow and the peach kind of straight. So I'm gonna get all the turquoise off and try again. There's my dog. Hi. Okay, family came home, dog barked, and now we're settling in again, and I bribed with more chocolate. So we'll finish this up. I added the peach colors up here, and I am loving it. Very pleased. A little bit more of the yellow ochre. And I think this is where I want to leave it. I think, oh, I almost forgot. I was going to add a little bit of purple. Okay. One tiny, tiny bit more. Let's see what this does. So far, I'm pretty happy with this. It's pretty fun. All right, step one. I have a full canvas of color and to my taste. So you'll have to mess around and play and decide what color palette you love. But this particular one is going to be really fun to play with. So I am happy. I hope you have a good day. I will see you later.